I made a massive mistake in Diablo Immortal recently, and I wanted to make this video about not making the mistake, but about why I was doing what I was doing, and it turns out I just epically failed. So now it's going to be a combination of both, something you're probably missing out on to improve damage on your account and your character, as well as don't make the massive mistake that I just made on my account. So let's get straight to it. If we jump over to the game, I still can't believe I wasted over 15,000 platinum on this. So please watch this video to the very end to make sure you don't have the same issue I did. Now, this originated because I had not looked at my family bonuses in a long time. And I was like, wow, some of these were really terrible. And like they weren't, the family bonus attributes like okay, but like the actual bonuses are what you kind of go after. And everyone knows about beneficial effect duration, but I was really trying to min-max what I wanted for the other three. And so I was like, wow, like I think in most characters that I've switched to, now that we have the target dummy, attack damage, your primary attack damage does so much of your overall damage. So I was like, yeah, let's just stack that. So my thought was stack all 4 of these with primary attack damage. And that's where the issue happened. So I thought you could get whichever ones you wanted here. So I went over next door right here, shopped, reforged stones, bought 5,000 of these at a time, so 5 at a time, kept using them all the way until I ran out of platinum. Over here doing my reforges, trying to get all the different, bonus attack damage. That's when I found out you can't. You can't do that. So it doesn't feel great. So when you get primary attack damage on one of your slots on, let's say, your headpiece, you cannot get that same bonus attribute on that same piece of gear. So you can only have primary attack damage one time on this headpiece. Now you can, however, which is the goal, to have that same attribute on other pieces of gear. In fact, you can have it on all of your pieces of gear. And that's the second part of this video. So the first part is don't make the mistake I did and think you can get all of the same bonus attributes on the same piece of gear. Totally didn't know you could do that. I don't know how I didn't know to even or think to look it up before wasting all the platinum, but whatever, it's gone now. So instead, I then spent the rest of my little bit of rerolls that I had left and prioritized the following. As you can see, every single one of my abilities or slots has at least the ones that I want the most. So the ones that I am prioritizing that I would strongly suggest you prioritizing as well are the following. In this order, mind you. Primary attack damage, obviously. So primary attack damage, no matter, like I said earlier, no matter what class I've been on, now that we have the target dummy, I'm noticing a massive amount of damage coming mainly from the primary attack, which I completely underestimated. So just a flat % increase to that damage will obviously increase your overall damage. And then as such, the second one I would recommend is all skill damage increased. So this is the one, the reason it's second is because not all skills do damage. So whereas your primary attack will always do damage. So that's why I don't necessarily prioritize this the same amount. And then the third one I'm going to recommend in order is going to be the beneficial effect duration. I got incredibly lucky on a lot of my pieces of gear and got 3 on several of them. So yeah, I mean, I think the 1.5 was the lowest that I got, and I got like 2s for the rest, or 3s or above. So pretty decent there. And I think the max is 3. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments below, because obviously I know nothing about this based off of the platinum I wasted. But I would definitely recommend those 3. And then the fourth one, this is where it gets a little interesting. As you can see, prioritize critical hit damage increased. Reason being is that there's a lot more Firestorm opportunities now and a lot more gems that give you crit chance, such as Mother's Lament. So for that reason, I went crit damage increase. However, you could definitely make a statement that attack speed from, what do you get that one from? Hold on, let me look. You get the attack speed from a different one. I want to say it's this. Yeah, it's this guy, the Vengeance Tome. Yeah, you could argue that attack speed increase would be the best one or a better one because it's your overall attack speed. It is a low %. It's only 1 to 2% to at max. So like there's that. I guess while we're here, we can look at the maxes. I think it's 3 for beneficial effect duration. Yeah, 3. And then the damage one, I think, is also 3. It's 4. Wow. That's really high. Holy cow. But anyway, so you could see that if you wanted to go instead of the crit damage, you could go for the Vengeance Stone and get attack speed. You will lose out on the family bonus, so there's that. And then, you know, like you could argue that maybe you went full vengeance for PvE focused, and then you could get this family bonus, which is a little bit better, but it's also only 1 second. So like the timing isn't great. The bonus for the wildfire, which I have, is you have a 2% chance when you defeat an enemy to summon a fireball spitting Hydra. Whatever. That's not why I'm using it. I'm using it because the attributes are better. So that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Please avoid the mistake that I made. Learn from my mistake. Don't make the same mistake. And hopefully just take a few minutes. I think it's worth the platinum to make sure your stats are where you want them to be. These are things that you don't have to change ever again. Now, we have the new pieces of gear now for the main hand and offhand. So I don't have all 4 of them, all slots unlocked yet. So I did the 3 that I have and prioritized the one that I, told you about. So I would definitely take a few minutes to get this right. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. Did you make the same mistake I did? What are your bonuses? Are you prioritizing them similarly than me or differently? I'm really curious. I'll be looking at the feedback on this video pretty closely. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Until next time, lock it in.